Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give our praises and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Hashem Harakakwadash Mamath. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, and honors to the elder at the Langston Camp of Harwan. And shalom to you brothers and sisters that's pushing the truth of sincerity. This is the book of Proverbs 27 and 24. It says, "For riches are not forever, and doth the crown endure to every generation? And the hay appeareth, and the tender grass showeth itself, and the herbs of the mountain are gathered." So I brought this out. The point that I wanted to make was in the first precept, the first half of that precept. That riches aren't forever. Because it's a lot of boasting within someone's riches. Someone who thinks they're so much better than someone else just because they have more money, a better car, a better house, better shoes, clothes, shades, whatever it may be. And they don't realize, man, all that stuff perishes, man. It's gonna be wiped away. Even if they try to leave it generation to generation, it's not gonna profit them, simply because it's not feasible for the long term, which means that the Lord is gonna wipe it out. He's gonna excommunicate all riches from Babylon. This is Jeremiah 12 and 13. "They have sown wheat, but shall reap thorns. They have put themselves to pain, but shall not profit. And they shall be ashamed of your revenues because of the fierce anger of the Lord." So all that working to get all that piece of the pie, that little bit of riches that they so-called have, all of that to be put to pain. So all of that is just it's vanity. Because they work so hard, and when they work so hard to try to get all these nice things, which not saying you shouldn't try to get nice things and you shouldn't work hard, but it's all about the mindset of where you do it in. If it's not doing it, having a mindset of working like you're working for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, then what is it for? Putting themselves to pain for something that's not going to profit them. This is not something that's going to follow them to the kingdom, nor do they think of that, whether or not it's going to follow them to the kingdom. So, James 5 and 1, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." So miseries is going to come upon the rich men of Babylon, the rich men and women, and it says your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. So all their riches, all them paper dollars, or wherever it may be, it's all dingy. It's useless. It says your gold and silver is canker, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and ye shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. So they just heaped all this accumulated hours of work for the last days, for it not to profit them. It says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of the frog, crieth, and cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter." So, all of this, man, all of it laboring in Esau's kingdom to have that pleasure, to have that boastful look, haughty heart, for all to be destroyed. So it's not going to profit them in that day. They're going to look back on it and realize that all that he labored for was of no real profit. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 7. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as far as the way of the Lord, we have not known it, because what are the ways that they've known? They know in the ways of what they call hustle culture, or get rich or die trying. What's some more? Just anything that has to do with the lavishness and the obsessiveness of wanting riches, to be rich in this society without being rich in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Verse 8, what have pride profited us, or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us? So they're going to say that. It's going to say, well, what have riches done for them? Well, what have that pride done for them? It's not going to do anything for them, but it's going to be one of those things where they get to that end, and that's what it's going to say. That's what they're going to say. They're gonna have a very big reflection on all the things that they done just to get the riches, just to have the pride, just to have the cars, money, clothes, shade, shoes. All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by. So it's just gone in a second. Gone in a second. You walk by, you go, you're walking, and you see a shadow, and then you go on to somewhere that has a bunch of shade, man, and that shadow just vanishes instantly, without a trace, and without any remains of what it was before. Right before you enter the shade, and being able to see it before, being able to see it after you went into the shade. And as a ship that passes over the waves of the water, which when it is going by the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the Nile in the waves. So just as a ship passes through the ocean, and it creates a wave from it cutting the water, and you see two waves from it, and then once the two waves from it mellows out, you no longer see the aftermath of that wave, or what the boat has cut. The same way how these people pride is going to be. But verse 14, skip down. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like in a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passing away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth by the day. So all of that is just, it's ungodly, man. It's ungodly lust of the flesh to want and to do so. Grab riches and get cosmetics and all vain, man. It's all vanity. It's all the same stuff. And people look up to people down here, man, and in Miami, people look up to shit like that. And it's a plague. It's a plague in the minds of all the people because of social media. Social media pushes that shit so far out. And then they have everybody thinking that they have everybody wanting to live that lifestyle. But not even knowing that lifestyle is draining and people have to do fucking egregious things in order to maintain that lifestyle. And it's sad. And a lot of it, and a lot of this stuff is done unjustly. It's never by a reasonable means, and they don't have the Lord in their hearts on top of that. So, yeah. But I wanted to go ahead and grab those scriptures, expound on it. Just kind of like my experience down here. Besides that, but I hope this was edifying to those. And shalom.